Rise of the Robots.
Rise of the Robots.
Insert logo here.
Right?
I got you.
That's what I was going to get into. Next year's show, we're expecting it to be bigger and better. We're wanting to add some new things. We're going to get into that in just a second. But this year, we had the Myths and Magic. I've seen a lot of Harry Potter costumes, a lot of Harry Potter stuff. We had a sorting hat ceremony.
Yes.
We had some great panels going on. We had a wonderful Doctor Who panel that happened. We had a Pikachu, a Pokemon. How do you say that shit? Pokemon? How do you say it?
Keep on and try it again.
Oh my God! How do you say, how do you say it?
A Pokemon.
Pokemon.
I think you got it first, but
They had a great panel. Had a dozen. I'd say there was a good 50, 60 people at that panel.
Yeah.
We had a big.
At Pika Bells?
Yeah. She had a lot of people there, and she was really crowd interactive.
I think it was 2 or 3 years ago. She was on the second stage and she did like a Pokemon party and did like questions and answers and did stuff with the kids.
She did the same thing this time around.
Oh, and on her car, she had the mystery clues where kids had to come up and get a paper from her and look for clues to
on the car.
Oh, that's awesome.
On the car.
Well, that's cool.
See, I like interactive stuff. Just like our kids area we had this year. We're going to move that next year because
I was just going to say, she was way more interactive than she's ever been before, and she won the anime class.
Oh, Pikachu did?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
That's awesome.
Well, our kids' activity area, where Amy Lynn takes care of it, they were teaching kids how to make magic wands and stuff. And I got to find a good location because I put it up on the grassy area, which is kind of out of the main sweep, and people don't understand that. But she had a lot of people. That was bigger this year. There was so much other stuff. We had one thing I have not hit on, and which is really, and it happened last year and it happened again this year. But the Polk County Animal Control does an adoption-a-thon at SYFY Bartow.
I had multiple people that almost adopted a dog that day.
They had dozens.
Thank God my mom and dad were out of town because my mom would have adopted a dog.
It's sponsored by the Lions Club of Bartow, and our friends at Indigo Moon support that, and they were there. They brought dozens of dogs and cats and had to go get more at 12 o'clock because they adopted the first wave out. Yes. And then they came back with more, and they adopted everything but one dog because one dog was kind of barky a little bit. But what dogs fucking bark, people.
And they're outside around a bunch of people. They ain't down with that.
Yeah. So, but that was a big hit.
Well, that's exactly what happened with my friends. They went, they saw a dog, they liked it, they said, let's go take a walk, let's get something to eat, we'll come back. They came back 30 minutes later, bam, it's gone.
That's a mainstay that's going to be, and I think
it's amazing.
I've had people, not bringing up anything negative, say, oh, we're on the side streets. Well, they were on a side street, and they drew thousands of people, which drew them past other people's booths.
That's right.
So, maybe you need to be more sparkly with your booth if you're on one of the side streets.
Or bring puppies.
Or bring puppies or cats.
Puppies always, or kittens, always bring people. So.
No, I'm not knocking them. All our vendors did great.
Yep.
They
did.
When you have a vendor fee, and get this, people, it's $60. If you can't make $60 in a day, maybe you should switch up and sell something else, so.
Well, you just got to knuckle up like Rocky. It's like, you just got to like say, hey, I'm going to get a barker. I'm going to get somebody out there. I'm going to get somebody to talk me up, and I'm going to get on social media and Facebook and Twitter. And, you've got to build your business piece by piece, but also you've got to build your business by being out there. You can't, hey, I've got art.
Hey, I have this. They don't even pick the robot.
Would you like to buy my art? Would you like to listen to the happy hour with Johnny and
Sir, how much is this robot?
Exactly. You've got to be out there. But no negative. We ain't negative today. No, we're all positive.
That's right.
The positivity train is rolling out. And speaking of the power of positivity, just like the new day.
That's right.
We may have wrestling next year at SYFY Bartow. Hopefully. We have a sponsor called Thunder Championship Wrestling, and I'm hoping that they will be able to do something with you guys next year because you have had pro wrestling in the past.
Right. I've had pro wrestlers in the past.
I
have not had
I've
not had a ring set up or anything.
Yeah,
we are looking into that.
Yeah.
I don't want to promise.
No promises, no guarantees.
Can we set it up next to the motorcycle burnout section?
Yeah, that section we're going to have. Right. Shut up, Randy. Don't even get me started on that shit. Did the motorcycles show up this year? Two-wheeled heroes and all that, or what they were called? Or,
absolutely.
I didn't get to see a lot of that.
He missed first place. He won first place last year, the Deadpool motorcycle.
Yeah.
And he missed winning it for 2 years in a row by one vote to the Ghostbuster bike.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Something else that's a really neat, and we're teasing with the wrestler.
teasing.
It's in the works, people. So don't get. Don't get your
Don't
Hulk
get
Hogan
excited.
shirt on just yet. So don't rip out of your Hulk Hogan shirt just yet.
If we don't get it, Sean's going to wear the little, what is it called?
Singlet
on stage.
What if I have a doublet? Is there a doublet?
I don't know.
No.
What about a onesie?
A onesie I could deal with. Listen, assholes, you do not want to see this in a spandex suit. Trust me. Some other great positive stuff that happened at Sci-Fi, and it always happens. We have a lady from Bartow that sells Girl Scout cookies.
Yeah.
She sold out of Girl Scout cookies.
Wow.
And quick.
And
from
quick.
what I heard, word on the street.
Yeah.
We have
I might have tried to go find some cookies, and there were no cookies to be had.
We have the Boy Scouts of America. They were there selling hot dogs. They were doing gangbusters. That's what Sci-Fi Bartow is all about. It's not this big mega convention, which it's turning into, which I don't want it to, but it is. But we support our town. This is about our town.
Amen.
So
Amen.
we try to do inner circle because it's to bring awareness, and that's what Sci-Fi Bartow was created for.
Right.
To bring awareness to our brick and mortar stores, which is done.
Yeah.
Bedrock Wings of Bartow, they did gangbusters for Sci-Fi Bartow.
I'm sure killed
Hacienda, the Mexican restaurant, they did.
And Pal's Pizza, I know killed it because I sent all my coworkers down.
They ran out of cheese and pepperoni.
They did.
Yes,
They
had to go get more.
did.
Yep, they had to run to Publix to get more.
Because I sent my friends down there. I was like, hey, because they're like, hey, we've got all these kids. I'm like, go down to Pal's Pizza. You can buy it by the slice. Just go get them a couple slices. And
Main Street Comics and Memorabilia, our only comic book store in Bartow. They had a big setup outside. They also had
the world famous Dollar Bin, man.
Yeah,
they had those
Dollar Bin going on.
Those Buck comics, man. They had
They also had George Lowe, Space Ghost, and Chuck Dixon inside their store. George
giving you the evil eye. George
no,
Lowe.
you're not. He doesn't watch podcasts.
No, he doesn't. Because he'd have to know how the internet works.
I know, probably not, and that's cool. Randy makes fun of me and my technology all the time.
Yeah. Sean, real quick, how did you like the stage setup for this year?
I liked it.
I did too.
Off to the side, it gave us more room for vendors and stuff.
And also, Hanging with Webb
killed
it with
it
their
always.
stage.
Yep.
Like that is the best thing that's never happened to me, because we had the stage the first year,
Yep.
Right.
And then the next year he gave it with Hanging with Webb, and after I saw them the first year with it, I was like, give it to him every year.
I was always worried
I don't want
about
it back. Like
I was worried about it
because he said we could alternate, and once I saw what Hanging with Webb did, I said, don't give it back to us.
They do phenomenal. They have their own entertainment.
Let them keep it, because they knock it out of the park.
Yep.
HG does a great job. Like, they kill it every time. They've got good guests. It keeps people interested.
Yeah.
And they're live streaming on the internet, which is great too. So
it's a variety show, pretty much.
really
like an old style variety show. Because you got Josh
it's
up
like
there.
Sonny and Cher, basically.
Yeah, without Sonny and Cher.
Yeah.
They got Josh up there doing live painting.
Yeah, Josh has been the co-host lately, which is amazing. Yeah.
I'll tell you how come I know that Hanging with Webb's probably going to be with Sci-Fi for a while. I had another group come up that does something similar, and the first thing out of their mouth was, we want their spot, we're better. I don't play that. Garrett and company have been with us for years, and they're probably not going to be going anywhere, which is fine, and I'll have a place for the other one. Because it's for, like I said, the cosplayers, the artists, the podcasters, things like that. So, the 501st Star Wars Club, I talked about them earlier. They had more troopers show up this year, and they consider everyone that dresses up in a Star Wars costume a trooper, because they're either doing a trooper or something similar.
Okay.
They had almost 60 members. They don't have that at these mega conventions and stuff. They've never had that many.
No.
They brought a piece of the Death Star with them and had the photos op.
No, that was cool. Like, they had that kind of hallway from the Death Star. Like, I saw multiple pictures on my Facebook the next day of people that were in front of that. And I was like, that was awesome. And they killed it. And the 501st, they do a lot for children. They do a lot for hospitals. They do a lot for, giving out and doing outreach. And that's my thing. Like, those are the people I want to see do well.
All right, we're going to wrap up, but before we do, I want to go down the line here, and I want to ask each one of you guys a question. We'll let you get to your plugs in a
Oh, I know. I'm just palming it. I'm just putting it right here, so I got
It's the best thing. And I want to thank again Deuce for coming and hanging with us. We're actually going to do a show with him, which we're going to air on this as well. But go ahead and let's hear about your sponsors real quick, okay?
Real quick, you can hit us up at HH Podcast Show on the Twitter machine, hhpodcastshow@gmail.com. Don't forget to send us your questions for Spicy Deuces. That's our own take on hot ones. But just put Spicy Deuces in the subject line when you send us those questions, because we want Brandy to have them, so when we're like sweating to death and like dying from all this hot wing sauce, we don't want to know what the questions are. Also, you can find us at facebook.com/Happy Hour Podcast Show and soundcloud.com/Happy Hour Podcast, and go and check us out. And as always, it has been an absolute pleasure to be on talking sci-fi. And we love Sci-Fi Bartow. Like I said, it's one of our favorite events every year. We look forward to it. And it's the one where I don't have to have a panic attack. I don't have to get my anxiety level through the roof.
I've been around you when you've had that before at other conventions.
Which is a giant shit show.
Yes.
It's bad. But at least with this one, it's like I know what I'm doing. I've done it enough. And I'm just glad to see how big the event is getting, and it keeps growing every year. And next year, which will be year 8,
yes,
I think is going to be the biggest year you guys.
Rise of the Robots. Yeah. Randy, how do you reach us at Talking Sci-Fi?
Talking Sci-Fi YouTube channel. Message us on Facebook. Message us on Instagram. Message us on Twitter. And that's it.
All right, we're good. Happy where Johnny and Deuce has their shit together more when it comes to stuff like that.
I was about to say, Captain Monotone. Yeah, message us on Twitter. Message us on Facebook. Are you trying to be Robbie the Robot for next year? Is that what you were trying to do? Yeah, because I was like, please tell me that's not how he talks to his wife. Message me on Facebook.
Wait.
Welcome to L4, gentlemen. I am to transport you to the residence.
Find us on Twitter. Find us on Facebook.
Find us on Instagram.
This is why Randy doesn't talk a lot.
My DMs. So,
right. Yeah.
Thank y'all for putting up with us for another half hour or so. We went a little long on this one, but thanks to all our sponsors: SNL Restaurant, SLS Entertainment, Chilton Signs, Main Street Comics, Memorabilia, Bedrock's Wings and More of Bartow. I'm forgetting Iron Easel. I'm forgetting Tyndall Oliver. Who is it? Pyramid Fasteners. Thank you all. Send checks and make payable to Sean. That's SEANLSERDYNSKI. Okay? No, I'm just kidding. We don't need it.
Button.
Yep. And hit the subscribe button, which is ring that bell.
Subscribe button down at the bottom. Hit that.
Thank you, Deuce. We'll see you soon. Yeah. Randy, thank you as usual.
Oh, yeah.
I love you. Hey, listen, people, I couldn't do Sci-Fi Bartow without this man right here.
Amen.
This man's the man. Bye. We'll see you next time on This is Talking Sci-Fi.
# Deuces on the Loose.
Peace out.